The Bible is for me.
Two tigers taking turns tasting tapioca.
I haven't heard that one before. Yeah, sorry.
It's called being a professional and doing your vocal warm-ups.
Okay.
You could.
Have you seen the videos of the like the husbands going to their wives or their daughters, and they're like, make a machine gun sound with your mouth? And they're like, pop, 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 pop. Like, it's so bad. It's pretty fun.
That is very funny.
Because girls can't do it.
I saw one.
Somebody has to be able to do it.
I saw a similar idea where there's like items on the island. Have you seen that? And they it's like tongs and a football and a baseball mitt. So it's like every dude does the football, spins it up in the air.
Oh yeah, like
they
the
pick
bro,
up the tongs, click,
the bro
click,
check
click.
or whatever.
Yeah, they take the mitt, they punch it, and they.
Well, don't give it away.
Well,
you can't give the answers to the bro code.
I mean, if you know.
But the bag, like the sandwich bag.
What do they do with sandwich bag?
They're like, put this sandwich bag away.
Oh, in this, yeah.
Yeah, pick it up, spin it. They have a drill out there. It's very smart.
Yeah,
I like it.
Classic.
Very dude thing to do, I think.
Just bros being bros. Hey, Tim.
Just like us. You can't reach you.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks. Glad to be here.
I'm really glad you're here.
I ate a burrito kind of thing on the way here. What's the weirdest thing I know you eat in the car?
A burrito
what's
kind of thing.
It was not a fajita, not a quesadilla, not quite a burrito. In the realm. It wasn't a wrap either. It didn't fully go all the way around.
This is already the most annoying food I've ever heard of in my entire life.
Okay.
Don't call. I'm not a fajito.
No,
okay? I'm not a quesadilla.
I don't have a name for it.
I'm not. Don't put me in a tortilla, friend.
Okay, it didn't ask for this. I'm trying to name the thing that I
can
put
tell
together.
That this is how this food is presenting in the world.
It's
and
not
I'm
trying to be
irked by
pretentious. It's more of a burrito. It just couldn't fit as a burrito because I had too much stuffing in it.
It's either pretentious or it's a mutt, and it is
a mutt. That's exactly what it is.
Make me something real.
But when I tell you what it was, you're gonna know that it was a mutt, and it's like a pulled steak, like carne asada kind of thing. I don't know if that's steak, with French fries in it. Is it Mexican kind of meal?
French fries in it?
Yeah, like California style.
Yeah, I love that.
I know. So
I'm a sucker for that.
Mutt of a thing with avocados in it and French fries and so good.
In a tortilla.
Yeah, but it was like, it's a very messy thing to eat. And I'm like, wow, this is a dangerous thing to do while I'm driving. Yeah. Not for, not dangerous like I'm going to kill somebody, but dangerous like I could get it all over me. Mm-hmm. I could get it on my shirt.
Well, and you can waste quality food, which to me is a huge issue.
Right. But it was very good. It's the best meal I've ever had in the car.
Wow.
By far.
So your question to me is, what is the most...
Yeah, what's the craziest thing you're willing to do?
You know, what I had a thought along these lines recently in regards to a pub sub to our non-Florida and adjacent state listeners.
It's a public sub sandwich.
I like to be realistic about food. I'm pretty serious about it.
I know.
Pub sub's really, really good because of the freshness of all the produce involved, because it's a grocery store that makes subs. So you get really great lettuce and tomato and olives and make a really good sandwich. But I'm also I want I get an Italian mostly.
So you get
shouts out.
You get the
oil and vinegar,
yeah,
or the sub sauce if I'm not. And that's the one in the car that I'm always like, dude, I gotta be able to manipulate the back end so that everything's not going out the wrong side, and I'm getting the sub sauce everywhere, and I'm trying to take a bite while driving a car. Then that's pretty risky.
I think that's what she said. I did a pub sub the other day in the car. Maybe I'm just more risky than you, but I did it still in the wrapper, and I unwrapped it like it was a little burrito once again. So I kept all the juices inside the bag. But yeah, like a burrito, like a Chipotle
Burrito's tough.
On a car ride, that's tough. And that's about as far as I'm not going to do it.
I'll tell you another one that my parents, I think, will feel me on is Chick-fil-A. And everybody likes to be like, oh, Chick-fil-A is the best and everything. And it's great. It's wonderful. But when you get to be older, you can't, and maybe it's just me, I can't crush the fried stuff just kind of constantly. So when I go to Chick-fil-A, I'm like, it's not uncommon I get a salad, or I'll just kind of mix up my thing. But again, we're having an issue with having like sauces, and it's like a not good sandwich if I have no sauce.
Salad's so hard to eat while you're driving.
Oh, salad I can't do on the road. So what I end up doing is getting the deluxe, and I get the honey barbecue, and I'm trying. And again, this is another one where I'm like, I gotta get sauce on it, or else it's like
just lettuce.
Chick-fil-A. Could you leave for a second? It's a little dry if you don't have any sauce.
It's lettuce.
Yeah, just all in general. It's just like not a top. It's not as good. The honey barbecue sauce makes it great. But I think a pub sub would be my answer to the thing that stresses me out the most. Like you're driving and you have a lot of times. Then also I have family. This just happened the other day. Also the family's in the car, and it is a little. I'm gonna say it's a little overstimulating to do all of it because you're like, I got to get this sandwich eaten because it's too much to drive safely, and then answer questions from the back, and also adjust to.
It's the stop at a red light, and I'm gonna take 7 bites, and if I get a chunk of paper in there, fine. Collateral damage, man. Down the edge.
We need the calories. Stat.
Well, you can't because you can't do it while you're driving.
No, I'm tracking with you.
Anyway, didn't mean for it to take that long, but I was just curious.
That's a great question.
Thanks.
I'm opening the comments to this one too. We have a very participatory audience. So what's your how adventurous and challenging are you willing to get while driving? And let me say, for legal reasons,
food wise,
important note. And for legal reasons, we only encourage safe driving here. Like don't eat and drive.
2 hands on the wheel.
Probably shouldn't.
I ate mine with like the bib. It was like a bib holder.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Clamp.
Yeah, that's great.
That's how I did.
That's helpful.
I was not unsafe.
Let us know in the comments about that. Welcome everyone. It's fall time. The holiday seasons are here. Tim, pretty exciting.
Yeah.
It's getting real brisk here in Florida.
Yeah.
You can
it's down in the 70s.
Imagine. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Today's a Christian movie kind of day. Tim?
Seems like it.
I woke up today and thought it's a Christian movie kind of day today. And this is a movie we're doing today. I don't have any other announcements. Buy Bible's Funny Card Game Volume 1 and 2. It's in the show notes. I always feel like, oh shoot, I was supposed to say something, right? That's what I'll throw out there. But this movie has been suggested. This is maybe our most suggested movie.
Really?
That we reviewed today.
Wow.
That's right. The most requested movie of all time to date. And I think it's because we started getting this request earlier on, and it just continued on. And without further ado, I won't go much further in this tease intro. We trigger warning if you're lactose intolerant.
I think they already know because it's in the title.
Nobody reads the title. If you're lactose intolerant, trigger warning again. But this movie,
I think it's butter and cream, so it's just a double negative.
Oh, that's right. They cancel each other
It's like
out.
a lactate, essentially.
Today we are reviewing the Christian movie, The ButterCream Gang. The ButterCream Gang. Tim, what do we need to know about this movie?
Well, get out your Werther's Originals, suck on one of them, and sit tight. You don't know what Werther's Originals
Do we get a sponsor that I wasn't unaware of?
Do you know what they are?
I know what a Werther's is.
It's like a very old man.
A butterscotch?
Kind of thing. Yeah.
Oh, my Finn loves them. So they're very relevant to me
on
in
brand,
my everyday life. It's so true. He'll crush a Werther's.
The ButterCream Gang was released in 1992. Written by Forrest S. Baker III.
Oh.
Now, he also played the umpire in this film. And he died in 2024. Shout out, rest in peace. Sorry, Forrest, and your family.
We need to do an in memoriam post of people that we've reviewed their movie.
So many.
And they have since passed.
So many.
Yeah.
This film was directed by Bruce Neighbor. He directed several other Forrest Baker films. But that's kind of it. Otherwise, I'll be honest, there's not a whole lot of names in here that anybody's going to recognize. Probably none. But they're still here.
Well, you know what? It's important that you love your neighbor. I always say that.
We have to move on. This film stars Jason Johnson as Scott. He is not really okay. So he wasn't really in anything else and very much else, but he was in a movie Ski Patrol. And I remember that movie from when I was a kid. Like somehow it's like this ridiculous stoner movie of like people on a mountain like running a ski lift kind of thing. But it was pretty funny from what I remember, and somehow I was able to watch that on USA without my parents knowing about it. So
wow,
I can tell you now.
That's breaking right now. You're breaking that news right now that you watched that movie.
I mean, half of my parents will find out about it. The other half is dead. This film stars Michael. You're not supposed to laugh at that.
No, I'm really sorry that I brought it up.
Michael D. Weatherford as Pete. Pete is the only, pretty much, well, he's one of the only other ones with any sort of acting resume. He was in an episode of Family Matters and a Very Brady sequel and the JAG, the NYPD Blue, that kind of circuit.
Oh, good for him.
Brandon Blazer as Eldon. Jason Glenn is Lanny, and that's it for them. That's it.
It was Lanny with an A. Is that what they say on the thing?
That's what it says in IMDb. I know.
I had it as Lenny.
I know.
In my notes.
I know. And Eldon. I'm like, Eldon? What do we do?
Yeah.
But no, it's Eldon. Scott Wilkinson as Reverend Wild. He was in an episode of Touched by an Angel. Stephanie Dees as Margaret. She looked familiar to me, but I don't think I've actually seen her in anything. Margaret, the little love interest, little cute girl.
Yeah.
But she was in Halloween 4. Yeah, that's it. She was in the ButterCream Gang in The Secret of Treasure Mountain, which is the sequel.
There's a sequel to this.
It seems like it. So
maybe
that's coming up. Anyway, this also stars, finally, Hans de Haas as sheriff. And Hans, this is my favorite one because he's listed. He was a licensed private investigator in Southern California. Using his experience as a black belt in Aikido and techniques from his days as a professional wrestler, Hans taught his agents self-defense and methods to apprehend suspects. I also think he died in like 2002.
Wait. That all was backstory to the character?
This is the guy. The actual guy.
This is the actor.
Yeah, he's like a security agent, sort of private eye CIA guy. And
also doing movies.
And he was a professional wrestler.
What?
Yeah.
Hans?
Yeah.
Where's his movie?
I don't know. This is what IMDb does. It opens up a world for us to go explore
Hans de
these
Haas?
other crappy movies that I'm not going to watch.
Hans
de Haas.
Hans de Haas.
Hans de Haas.
Hans de Haas. That's great. How about any sort of like introductory?
Yeah. This is the IMDb synopsis.
Please.
Unlike most gangs, the ButterCream Gang does good deeds. Their leader, Pete, must go live with his aunt in Chicago. But things don't go well there, and Pete has changed when he returns. Soon, he is hanging around with the wrong crowd. But the remaining members of the gang, especially their new leader, Scott, refuse to give up on their friend Pete.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Nailed it.
I'm just still spinning on...
It's been around long enough. They've had enough time to come up with a synopsis.
How are you going to go Scott, Pete, and then...
Eldon
Lancelot. It's just the most... Like, okay. Well, there we go. There's the intro. A lot of you that reached out told us that you watched this film. This was like your school's or maybe your Sunday school like video movie of choice. If you had like grandparents who wouldn't let you watch anything like
good.
at all dicey, you were watching the ButterCream Gang. Mm-hmm. Lot of experiences with the ButterCream Gang. So I know some of you have seen it. Maybe you haven't seen it in a while. What we're going to do right now is a couple of things. One, I'm going to give you our something just we like to say, which is that we're gonna talk about this movie. We've both consumed the movie separately, and we're gonna discuss it here together now with you, our friends. This is everything we say heretofore is not representative of the people involved with the film. I mean, Hans de Haas.
Half of them are dead.
I do not want to end up on the wrong side of Hans de Haas. I'll tell you that right.
You'd be 7 feet under. instead of just the 6.
But listen, people go out there, they make things, they submit them to the world. When does this movie come out?
1992.
92. Okay, this was a long time ago. So we're not here to poke at them. We're just talking about the film that they made. This doesn't have to do with the people involved. We don't know them. We don't pretend to know them. We are talking about the film that was presented to the world for consumption. And that's what we're going to discuss from here to the rest of the podcast. I'm also going to do a little bit more of a detailed summary just to catch everybody up on the film, The ButterCream Gang, so that we can discuss freely. There will be spoilers in my summary I'm about to read. This movie is available for free on YouTube. If you want to check it out, it's in the show notes. You can do that right now. We'll give you a moment to make a choice. Your choices, again, I'll repeat. You can go watch the movie, maybe for the first time in a long time or the first time ever, and then be up to speed, no spoilers. Or you can just hang around. You don't have to go rewatch the movie. And I'm going to read the whole synopsis with spoilers. Those are your choices. I'll give you a moment to decide.
I mean, they've had 33 years to watch this thing. I think we can probably get through it.
I think there's one more that needs to make a choice. And they just did. So we're back. Okay. I'm going to read a little bit more of a detailed summary right now about the ButterCream Gang. Throughout human history, there have been brave men and women who work outside of the law to better their community. The Ghostbusters, the Paw Patrol, the Batman, and perhaps most notably, the ButterCream Gang. What started eons ago as a way for lonely widows to get their butter creamed. Sorry, what? Excuse me.
Nothing.
Has now become a local volunteer organization for middle school boys functioning simultaneously as handymen, home security, and door dashers, or door walkers, because they have to walk to get the groceries. A shocking and sudden transition of power, however, leaves the group in flux. Pete, beloved leader, friend, and model citizen, takes off for the windy city of Chicago. Scott, untested, notoriously hot-headed, begrudgingly accepts the nomination as president. While Scott begins to thrive as the cream of the crop of the creamers, Pete experiences real issues in Chicago, where he ends up connected to a gang of locker thieves. Pete ends up back home with his grandfather after being sent away by his aunt, but he can't seem to resume his life as normal. He goes on a crime spree that includes but is not limited to breaking glass bottles on train tracks, pulling pranks at middle school dances, and even heckling recreational league baseball games. Scott struggles to balance supporting his ne'er-do-well friend while also being solely responsible for responding to emergencies across town and delivering papers on his paper route. In the end, Scott realizes that he's named after a soldier his dad barely knew. He's down bad for the class nerd when she takes her glasses off, of course. The feral pack of elementary-age girls that roam the town can actually be useful. And after converting Pete back to his brand of gang do-goodery, he proves once and for all that he is the cream supreme.
Oh, well done.
That is the ButterCream Gang.
That is.
In its entirety. Okay, Tim, let's dive in.
I think Pete just wanted to get out of that cardigan.
Pete was going through a crisis of style. I think,
and then he found it. That's all he wanted was gang style.
He was.
Sorry, let's get into it.
You just tell me something that was shocking to you about the ButterCream Gang.
I was quite shocked about the very strong vibes that there's maybe some kind of romantic relationship feeling between Pete and Scott.
Wow.
I mean, they're just kids. That's fine. It's time to explore.
Okay.
But like, I made a note right off the bat, like when Pete left to go to Chicago.
Yeah.
And he says bye to Scott and the gang, and he tickles him.
He tickles him.
He tickles his buddy, and I just wrote, I don't like how Pete tickled Scott. I don't like it. I don't like how he did it. I don't like it. It didn't feel right to me. Not that it's just like an older boy, younger boy. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And then like they do their. Scott's like, I challenge you to a day of hanging out with me.
Yeah.
And then from that, I had no idea how many different ways there were to jump into a lake.
Yeah.
But there's literally hundreds of ways to jump into a lake.
Right, yeah.
And then at the end, it just seemed like Scott was just in an abusive relationship and wanted to get out, or needed to get out, but he couldn't. He couldn't quit him.
He couldn't quit him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, very, very strong, like, romantic vibes there.
You know, it's one of those things where it's just not too many movies, I think is the objective true statement, where you have like two people writing letters to each other and they're just buds.
Yeah. And
there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
And there's nothing wrong with that. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying you just don't see it a lot.
And it wasn't just that. It was like other moments of like, hey, I wrote to you and you didn't write me back. And it was like, okay. Like a one-off thing, not weird. And then he tickles him and you're like, that's the flag. That's where something's off here.
Pete was, I don't know if they gave us like an age he was supposed to be either, but he seemed older.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like a bit older, not like a year older, but like there was a gap. And I thought that was odd. Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, the shocking thing to me was that just chronologically by what the film gives us, Pete's in Chicago for about 7 months, 8 months. And man, I mean, he comes home saying things like, let me quote, "In my neck of the woods, you're either friends or enemies."
Easy.
You've been there for not even an entire pregnancy.
That's what the streets of Chicago will do to you. I was raised on the streets myself. And it took a while to come back.
You weren't even there a calendar year and you came back. Just so, it's not that you were just influenced by maybe the criminal lifestyle you were surrounded by, but that like, boy, it got to your bone marrow. That got deep. Like, I'm afraid to fly through Chicago after watching this movie.
It's changed now.
Is it nicer now?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, this was before the Bulls went on their run.
Yeah, I think that's what flipped it.
And so I think they just didn't have the hope. Since then, the Cubs have won a World Series. Maybe there's just been a little bit of a weight lifted from that city. But yeah, I was just shocked that like, wow, he was like buttoned up, churchgoer, helping his pal. 7 months in Chicago later. And he is he's a leader of a gang.
I mean, I think it's plausible.
I don't know. I haven't lived in Chicago long enough. That's what shocked me.
Okay.
Be careful out there. That's my message. If you find yourself in Chicago, don't let yourself get lost.
Don't let yourself get in a gang.
Let me tell me a character you wanted to see less of.
Character I want to see less of was Aunt Maria in Chicago. You don't see her much, but I didn't need anymore.
You don't see her much.
You don't see her much, and that's sorry, Aunt Maria. We needed to see you less. We needed the idea of Aunt Maria. There was this all comes from one line that was kind of ridiculous. Yeah. Where Pete's going up the stairs and hey, Aunt Maria, I'm back home, and she's like, oh hey, you got a letter. Oh, by the way, if your parents were still alive, they'd be so proud of you.
Yeah.
Like what? This is like in passing. Don't you think? Both his parents died, which is why he's living with you. Do you not think he thinks about that every day?
Right.
And like maybe the one moment where he's getting a letter from his buddy, you're like, oh, by the way, don't forget. Your parents are dead. Okay.
Right.
Have a good one.
And his line was like, I'm going to go live with my Aunt Maria. It's my one chance to maybe have a mom. And Aunt Maria's like, your mom's dead, remember.
Also,
off to school with you.
And the second you're acting up, go back home.
Gone.
See ya.
Send him home.
Really didn't take long. And it was like a discussion that you're kind of messing up here. And then he's like, oh, okay. Yeah, I get it. I hear you. And she goes, by the way, that's your bag. And it's already packed with all of your stuff.
It's packed. The train's leaving.
See ya.
Like done. She also puts ketchup on her.
Yeah.
That's hard. That was hard for me to reconcile. Yeah, that was also thrown off as like a...
Right. Like a one-off thing that she puts ketchup on her spaghetti.
That's like a... Yeah. That's a maniac thing to say to me.
I think she might have been the one that killed his parents.
It's like, I don't know. There's like base level spaghetti sauces to be purchased. Like it's not tomato paste, maybe. Goodness, not ketchup. That's crazy behavior.
I know.
I could definitely see that. And this is, I didn't realize how intricately connected to the film this character was when I wrote this. But the character I wanted to see less of was the umpire of the championship baseball game. And it's only because, and I'll give you the timestamp.
Well, you can't.
There was one of the worst calls that I've ever seen in the history of cinema. And the fact that they even, I'm not going to find it this quickly. I thought I had it more pulled up. I'm sure we'll put it in some kind of like Instagram clip. It's just they're telling the story of the game, and it's like going one way and then it's going the other, and then they like stop and zoom in to a play at home that is clearly a runner who's safe at home.
Yeah,
and then the umpire's like, "You're out of there,"
right?
And I'm like
he slid under the tag.
He was clearly under the tag.
Clearly
He's tagged at the hip. The goodness, from his toes to his knee were across home plate at that point.
This was before the review.
Yeah, I mean, this is basic stuff. This is day one umpire training stuff. They're tagging him up that high. It's safe. So I know, umpire, you weren't in the movie much.
Well, he was the director
because you were directing the film. Otherwise, and maybe you were so busy thinking about the other things. But I would just suggest to you, this is, I guess, my theme for this episode. I'm giving everybody tips. When you put on the umpire mask, you got to lock in, and you got to be paying attention. Because that's clearly a case where you were not paying attention.
But maybe he couldn't tell because he wasn't behind the camera at that point. And so he couldn't tell that the kid slid under the tag pretty easily.
Oh, could have been.
I don't offer excuses for people very often.
Could have been.
Except for myself.
Of course. All right, give me a character you want to see more of.
I mean, Pete kills it. Pete's so good.
Pete,
he's the main character. He's one of the two
top billed main characters. I would say he was the main character.
Yeah. And he crushes it. He reminded me of Jeremy Allen White, which is convenient because he's in Chicago. And this is the backstory of the bear.
Thing. Yeah, I wrote the same thing.
But he's so likable. He like his when he's being nice and friendly, like he's with his buddies, except for when he tickles them.
Tortured.
He's like super cool. He's like a good friend. And then when he's mad, like he lets it go, and he does a really good job. Like as an actor, he's great. Character, I could see more of. He's really good.
Yeah, 2 comments about that. I had the same thing written in my notes. I think it's easy to make this a backstory for the bear because now that we're talking, it is his aunt's ketchup spaghetti that is really what turns him in Chicago.
Yes.
He gets there, he's getting good grades, and then she's like, all right, dinner's ready. Here's your spaghetti. And he's like, oh, it looks pretty good. And he's like, what am I supposed to do with this now? And she, has a fit or whatever. And then he's like, I'm so mad and I can't really place it. Nobody gets it. And that's when he becomes the bear. He also shared with Jeremy Allen White, Jeremy Allen White, that they both get mad and present like for a minute, like they're kind of scary. And then you remember how widow they are. Both of those actors. Like you see him next to another actor and you're like, you're just so widow. I saw you so mad. But for a moment you were scary. And now I see you're just very widow. Like he was like kept challenging Scott to a fight. And I was like, Pete, you better hope he never takes you up on that.
Right, dude.
You are 95 pounds.
Right. And he's got 2 big friends.
This ain't ending well. Character I wanted to see less of was
more of
the character I want to see more of. Thank you. I forgot to write her last name, but it's the widow that somehow is falling with a degree of regularity that there's like a process in place to get her back upright. So it very much plays out like almost like a turtle on the wrong side of their shell because she gets up and she's fine. Right. They're like this. So if you hadn't seen the film, I didn't go into too much detail. The boys are at baseball practice.
They have seen the film.
The ButterCream Gang.
They have seen the film.
They have seen the film. This pack of girls who does who knows what all day. They go and get the widow fell again, and they're like, oh, we gotta go. So they get on their bikes and they go, and then they have this like intricate rope mechanism to get into her house, and they help her up, and she's like, oh boy, okay, thanks guys. Like she's fine. And I'm like, I need more. More. How does she fall so gently? And what does it look like? Her spirits are up. She's not crying when they get. She's very, very positive.
So I'm just gonna jump to it. This was a high point for me.
Oh, okay.
That
good.
moment of the widow falling on the ground. Everything. I laughed so much at like all of the things that led up to that. One, this gang of little girls comes and gets them. I don't know. not the authorities, not
No.
They see the old widow has fallen down.
Yes.
And then she's out like in her living room or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, we should call the boys. We should call the teenage boys." And what do? Well, they've got to figure out how to get in the house now.
Right.
And then what do? Then they go, "Well, let's do the same thing that we did last year when this exact same thing happened."
Right.
Because this happened last year.
Yeah.
And then, Eldon, when and this is one of my favorite lines of him. He goes, he like goes around the house and he comes back and he's like, "Hey guys, she fell down in the dining room." And they're like, "Oh, is she okay?" And he goes, "I don't know. I saw her feet moving."
Yeah.
And then, like you said, she's on the ground for so long, and then she just pops right up. They help her out. Nobody's gonna check and see why she fell in the first place.
No further questions.
And then they're like, "Oh, we'll go get your groceries. See ya. Have a good one."
It almost, to me, the backstory I built was she's just positive, vibey lady, and she's just like, "I'm gonna do my Sudoku today on the ground. I don't know. Let me look up. I like to look up at the sky to remember how small we all are in the big scheme of things." Something like that. And then she's like, here I go again. I can't get up. And she
like she put on a backpack that was too heavy for her.
It was so good. Yeah, the pack of elementary age girls that roams the town like roosters in Ybor City they have to go across town to get the boys at the baseball field, who then have to get on their bikes and go across town back to get the widow. Nobody calls 911.
Right.
Later on, there's a robbery, and the comment is made, maybe we should call the cops. Nah, let's go check it out first. ButterCream Gang. As 8th grade as you are, you're not to be, this isn't okay.
Maybe that's the character I want to see more of, is just an adult. Like the police officers that should have showed up for any of this.
Right.
Where were they? How bad were they and slow in their response time?
Right.
That the kids were coming to get the ButterCream Gang to help the old lady. What if she hit her head? What if she was bleeding?
Right. What if any number of...
Or what if she actually was dead? What do they get? I guess it doesn't matter if she's already dead, but... Then what? These poor boys are breaking into a house.
It's like a modern like ButterCream Gang, and it's real dark because the stuff they've seen. You know what I mean? It's just
morticians that are like dragging bodies out of the house.
So heavy. But they keep being like it almost plays out like the Hunger Games. Like they choose the kids that are in the ButterCream Gang, and they have to deal with all these awful things around town. Stop sending them to stop. I think that's a good comment, though, is like, I want to see the 911 operator that's frustrated by all this. Just like at the town hall meeting. So for one item, I just want to bring up again, because for some reason, this isn't sinking in.
Call me first.
When we see an emergency, we call the ButterCream Gang. No. Guys, we've been over this.
They're children. They're in school.
They're so sweet. I know they're sweet.
They're not professional.
They have no tools.
They don't wear gloves when they handle blood.
You forced the sheriff to arrest him for breaking and entering. He's not allowed to break into houses. They helped me get my groceries. It doesn't matter. Please call 911. That's what people see. The thing was, parents were making their kids watch this thinking it was instilling like all these good things. In reality, there's probably a lot of kids that grew up to try to handle emergencies by themselves. They had no business handling because of the ButterCream Gang. You gave me your character you want to see more of. Give me a character that reminded you of me.
That's an easy one. It was Eldon. Eldon for sure reminded me of you. His like, because he was always ready to jump in, play with the kids. Yeah. And also he literally has nothing constructive to say. And he's not actually helpful in any way, just kind of derailing conversations left and right. I like the way he played baseball too, where he was like, I'm going to make him think I'm not any good.
Yeah, it was a good plan.
For 8 games, I'm not going to get a hit.
It was a good plan.
And I'm going to make him think I'm terrible. Yeah. And then I'm going to get a hit.
Yeah.
A useless one, by the way. But yeah. And then
ended up being useless.
And like, the digs they get in at Eldon even when he's not there, and they make his like big guy jokes, and like we forget who came to get I think came to get Scott, and he's like, yeah, like can you like Scott's like, why did you come here? Like, where's Eldon? And he's like,
Yeah.
you think I was going to send Eldon to get you? Like, he's too slow.
Right.
And then he's like, yeah, I promised him. And then he goes, oh yeah, that's a good point. And he goes, yeah, I promised him a milkshake if he stayed put. Like, good big guy joke in there. Just
you gotta throw it in.
And it seems like something that everybody does to you.
Eldon was a glue guy. I receive it. He was tying it.
Definitely a clubhouse
Scott was up and down, and you need your Eldons. You know what I mean? You need Eldon to be there. They nominated a president. They've nominated Scott as president. Eldon was like, that sounds great. Make that guy the president. That's cool. Where are the milkshakes?
Yeah, sounds like you.
I'm into it. Mine for you was Scott's dad. And it was really over one scene that just felt very much like you, where Scott hits a home run in practice. He hits it over the fence, which is a pretty significant day, you would think. But Scott's dad is working on the car. He's not in the headspace.
Does sound like me.
And Scott kind of bursts in and interjects what Scott's dad is doing and goes, I hit a home run over the fence. Scott's dad goes, oh, good for you. He just says, good for you. Keeps working. Oh, and I just thought,
He's focused.
I feel like
this was a compliment, right?
Potentially that could be something if you're not in the right headspace for an announcement that I think is significant.
It's so true.
Then you're not going to react like it's significant.
It's so true.
Even if it is significant to me. That's what I thought.
Thanks for seeing me.
How about a low point?
My low point was the music, the song that was played during the montage.
The one song.
And then it was played again during the next montage. And it was so bad.
Yeah.
So bad.
So wordy.
Yeah. And it didn't fit. It was just bad. It was so bad it didn't even get stuck in my head. Because there was nothing repetitive to it.
I was trying to make sense of it.
Yeah, I know.
And it was a bit like that one Backstreet Boys song that was like, the one, I Want It That Way. Have you heard the story with this song?
No.
It was written in Dutch, and then they translated it to English, and they were like, oh, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't
matter.
And they were like, it's fine, just sing it. So if you read the lyrics to I Want It That Way, it's like, what? This doesn't make What are you talking about?
I didn't know they were supposed to make sense.
That was what this song, it was like a bunch of phrases that felt like the individual phrases had meaning, and then together they didn't have meaning. Very word salady, but I agree with you. On the song, low point for me was, and I've alluded to it several times, and it probably feels like a joke, and it probably feels like an exaggeration, and it's not. There's no other way to describe them but a feral pack of 15 lower elementary aged girls that just wander this town together. There's no parents associated with them ever. They're always randomly kind of near the action of the movie, and it's never explained. And I was having a really hard time, just moving on from what are they doing? Why are they just out? They commit as a group to follow Pete for the whole movie.
That's a good point.
As Pete stages a burglary and does multiple things that they shouldn't have any business being around.
Yeah, I didn't get their buttercream
The buttercream
gals. Buttercreamettes.
The
That's
buttercreamettes.
right. Yeah, I didn't get their whole their purpose.
I didn't understand what was happening.
Yeah, they established that part of the story and then just didn't really do anything with it.
I feel like you added a lot of care. This maybe felt like you needed childcare for people on set, and you were like, why don't we just, I don't know, we'll just put them in the background of the movie. Just have them play in the background, and we'll never explain it. just kids running around. Give me a high point for you, Tim.
My high point was the whole scene, the old widow falling.
Yeah, it was great.
It's just great. Just an overall funny, fun, ridiculous.
Yeah, it truly was. Mine, this was what I felt the strongest about in this whole film. I was obsessed with Scott and Margaret's relationship. I thought it was genuine. It was sweet. It was it had like shades of like alfalfa and his girlfriend in Little Rascals. But this one was almost more mature. I love some of these lines. Like, I'm going to read you some of these lines, and I want you to think about like grown-ups saying these things to each other. Scott goes to Margaret, says, you did that report on gangs in Chicago. I thought it was really cool. Is there a way I could like reread it? And Margaret says, oh yeah, you thought it was cool. What were the main points? And Scott says, I said I like it. I didn't say I memorized it.
I did like that.
So valid. Like, it was just such a valid, and she kind of was like, okay.
Fair enough.
And then Margaret at one point, she does this thing. Scott owes her a favor, and she's like, I'm calling in that favor. And he's like, all right, what is it? And she's like, your buddy Pete's like running around town like a menace, and you need to say something to him because he's like causing problems for all these people. And he's like, oh, okay, that's your favor. And she goes, no, that's just the right thing to do. I haven't gotten to my favor yet. And I just was like, gosh, that's
right.
Outstanding dialogue.
And when she like he was like, hey, can you go get that report? And she's like, yeah. And so she goes, and he's like, or she's like, well, come with me. I'm not a delivery service.
Yes.
Like, I'll do you a favor. I'll go get it, but I'm not going to deliver it back to you.
Right.
Like,
it was great.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just had like, this is so genuine. I had no notes. Then the favor is that he has to take her to the dance, which again, I'm here for the self-confidence or whatever the like, yeah, she's like, no, I'm into you. And the favor is you're taking me to the dance. And he's like, okay. And she gets like ready for the dance, and she looks all pretty, and he's like, oh wow, you're so pretty. And I'm like into you. And like, it was very cute, very genuine, very like, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so well done. I don't think I've ever seen a middle school. It's such a hard age because of course you're playing the boys that are like weirded out by girls. This one was executed to perfect. I was so high on this.
Yeah, and I thought Scott was pretty good overall.
I did too. He defends her at one point when the bullies are circling her, and it was so cute, and they're just like little buddies, and they're digging each other too. It was very sweet. That was my high point. Good. Margaret was great.
It's a very sweet high point.
Okay. I think we've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
Okay, let's do raise hand emojis first, and then we'll do etc. later. Raise hand emojis. What do you give this movie?
I have to give this one a 2. And I know it's kind of repetitive.
Oh, gosh.
I do this a lot. It wasn't bad, but there wasn't that much to talk about or to like get like laugh about or make fun of or participate in. Like, it was just a kind of a boring movie. I don't know. Like, there wasn't a ton of stuff to be like, this one's really funny, we should all go watch. Again, kind of based on recommendability.
Yeah.
So it's to 2, but not like in a bad way. It's just like there's not much there.
Hold on one second. Oh boy. I'm sorry. I think that audio has been running the whole time, but it is now like it's showing levels, but it just had some kind of pop-up that it just said, do you want to use this other thing? I think we're good.
All right.
Sorry, just pick up from the conclusion.
Yeah. It was like, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't a bad 2. It's like a good, wholesome 2, but there's not much to it to like get really excited about either way. Like, you can take it or leave it.
Yeah.
It was probably the best 2 we've had, in my opinion. Maybe 2.5, but like,
yeah,
there's not anything there to be like, go watch it.
Okay, I receive all of that.
I'm not going to disagree when you rate it higher.
Yeah, I'm at a 4 on this one.
Yeah, I figured you were.
I'm at a 4. And here's where I'm coming from is like, there's plenty of movies we've reviewed that are like, man, your parents made you watch a thing when you were like growing up in this kind of space, and then you go back and you're like, oh, it's super icky and like this was no good. In this one, I just was like, I was really pleased at every turn, honestly, even like on message. Like at one point, Scott's dad has this great conversation about like, hey, if the only reason you're you're showing up for this guy is because you want him to change. That's not a good reason to show up for somebody. Like, you show up for better reasons. I was like, dang. And then you had this great Margaret character who was like not going to be run over as the female in the character. So there's just a lot that I kept going like, this is, and it's got some of the camping. I could have done for more campiness. I needed more widows falling over on their back with a heavy backpack that they can't get up. Maybe needed a little more of that. But no, I was like, this is a gem. This is the gem our viewers said it was, that like this thing kind of holds up and is cute. It's fine. It's not to your points though. I will say like, yeah, it's not the B movie that I love to suggest. Those are, I'm going to be way higher on those. This is like a kind of an outdated, like, I don't know. If you ever found yourself in this is where this movie would be really useful. Jot this down. Get a pencil. If you were ever in a situation with with kids you weren't like super familiar with, somebody was like, oh, I'm in a really tight spot. You watch my kids for a minute or something. You have to entertain kids in a tight spot. You just want to put on something that's like pretty, like nobody's gonna say anything about this after the fact. And I think that's how this movie was used in 1992 as well. It holds up today.
I don't know. It seemed kind of racy for 1992.
I mean, there is gang affiliation.
There's gang affiliation.
Which I
mean, the ButterCream Gang is a gateway gang.
It's a gateway gang. But they turned a locker robbing gang into a positive gang. A gang of positive stuff going on. I don't know. It was a 4 for me. I'm up high on the ButterCream Gang.
I respect it. I could probably go up to a 3. You know, like, again, based on some of the technical stuff, like it was well put together. It was a good story. Wasn't anything icky in there. It was just, I don't know, kind of funny.
Yeah.
But not like super terribly hilarious funny.
You know, I'm going to get into a quick et cetera here. A couple things I need to mention. The catcher's helmet needs to be discussed in this film. I don't know if you saw the size of that thing.
I didn't pay attention.
It was like designed to prevent concussions.
Well,
like,
yeah.
That thing
That's
was
what the helmets are for.
Huge, that helmet.
I wanted the kids to figure out their team affiliation attire.
Yeah.
You've got at one point like a San Diego Chargers hat with in a 49ers hat, and then what was it, like a Cleveland Indians shirt or something, like,
yeah.
Where are you? Where are you kids from?
I did have that feeling of like, I don't know where we are.
I thought we were in New York, and then there was mountains, and then we're in Chicago, or not in Chicago. You got shipped off to Chicago,
right?
But were they in California-ish? I mean, based on some of
what I could make of, we were in California. We were in like the Bay Area, the extended Bay Area.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
It's like a San Fran,
but then
Oakland.
Why do we have a Cleveland Indians?
Yeah,
hat?
I'm with you. And then also, like, the teams are the Red Sox and the
Braves.
In the rec team, which that happens. But I was with you. That was a little confusing to me.
Maybe Vermont. Maybe they were in Vermont.
I've been there. It's lovely this time of the year. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the only things. Oh, my last thing, I didn't know where to put this. Pete's buddies in the town that are in the gang, I did think were an odd character to me. Just because I was like, why do you keep showing up to this? They were vehicles to let us know that Pete was kind of starting a bad gang here in town. But if you really thought about it from their point of view, they're hanging out at middle school dances. For what?
To cry for help, man.
You're out.
They want to be involved. They want to be noticed. Clearly.
Yeah. They're just, I just was like, I don't know why they would come back to this. You're making it, it's actually kind of hard to keep these kids' attention. Pete's making it look easy. The ButterCream Gang, we did it. Thank you to everybody that sent this in. I was not aware this existed. And now I do know. And I'm thinking about starting a Florida chapter. And I'm looking at my first recruit right now. There's a couple of widows.
I pushed them over. That's why they're still laying there.
Just laid them down.
Yeah, I said,
There's
here.
no injuries.
I said, here, hold my 8-person tent. And they were like, okay. Boom. Stuck.
I can't get up. Oh, We're thinking about bringing this back. If you're interested in enjoying the newly revived ButterCream Gang, let us know. We'll get you the information. There's an initiation. There's a couple steps.
You don't have to go to school or have a real job.
You don't go to school.
You just got to be on call.
You just got to be ready when the moment. A fence might need painting. An apple orchard might need apples picked. There's a lot of things that we might need to do just like that. So you got to have your bike handy at all times. Let us know if you're in the comments. Love you guys. Bible's Funny Card Game Volume 1 and 2 makes a great Christmas present. If you don't have it already, get it in the show notes. Put the link. Any last words from you?
I hope they're not my last words. Oh, you mean for the podcast?
Just for the
podcast.
Yeah.
No. I don't say anything there when you ask me.
Okay, I just want you to always know that there's a space. I want to hold space.
Go.
Bye, everybody. We'll be back with another episode real soon.
See ya.
Bye.